everyone, it's Christina. This week I'm talking about Pinterest. So Pinterest is like this really fun, awesome website. It consists of mainly images. You can pick and choose them, pin them to certain boards that you can create. For example, I have a Pinterest board dedicated to knitting projects. Yeah, I'm like a grandma at heart. If there's like a picture of a really cool scarf and it comes with like the knitting instructions for it, then I'll click on picture, I'll check out the link to the picture, and then I'll pin it onto my board that I named knitting projects. So that pretty much works for any type of project or kind of board that you create. It's really awesome because you can specifically search for pictures. So for example, if I'm looking for pictures of purple wedding decorations, then all of that stuff will pop up, and most likely if you click on the picture it'll have a link that will take you to a separate website, and it'll probably give you really awesome ideas for your wedding or whatever. I don't know why I just thought of wedding, but I did. I use Pinterest most of the time. I just use it for fun, and I'll be on there for a few hours. But Pinterest has also really helped me in terms of my creative projects. I was going to school at FITM in San Francisco, and I had to come up with like inspiration boards or certain types of projects that had a certain aesthetic or a specific type of customer or what have you. I would go on Pinterest and kind of browse on there. I'd search specific stuff or keywords, and I'd have my Pinterest board ready so that I could pin whatever I needed to on there. And then by the end of my pinning session, I'd go back to my board and I'd have all of these cool pictures, kind of like an inspiration board, but on your desktop or on your screen. But that's kind of specific to the way that I would use it. A lot of people use Pinterest when it comes to, like I mentioned, weddings. If they need to plan a wedding, if they want to plan like a super elaborate birthday party, baby shower, bachelorette party, all of that fun stuff. It's really cool because you get people like the Etsy people who are super creative, and they put up their pictures and their products, and that in turn leads you to, shop. But it's also a really fun place to spend a lot of your free time. Trust me. My favorite thing to do is go on Pinterest and just look at funny stuff. I can spend hours looking at grumpy cat memes, the funny e-cards, sarcastic stuff. Sometimes the stuff is a little mean, and I'll specifically send it to my friends. They tend not to text me back. In terms of fashion, I have more than half of my boards on Pinterest are related to fashion. Go figure. My fashion Pinterest boards kind of just help me to separate different types of styles, if that makes any sense. So I'll have a board that's kind of like florals. So all of that fashion is kind of really feminine and girly, and kind of a specific type of customer. I'm coming from a fashion business background, so that's kind of how I look at it. I look at it as different types of customers, whereas maybe you'll look at it more like different characters of Sex and the City. Like, you get what I'm saying. So I have a Pinterest board, like I said, kind of feminine, more girly. I have another one that's kind of like pinup, rockabilly kind of style. I have another board that's super minimalistic, French Parisian chic, other boards that are just super abstract, other ones that are very urban, cool, city wear, and other ones that are kind of like rustic, living out in the woods kind of style. That's kind of how I use my Pinterest. Even though I am not like a fashion designer who holds fashion shows, I do like sketching and designing and creating like collections that I render on the computer. So these Pinterest boards really help to pinpoint um, cohesive, like a cohesive style that helps my collection not be all over the place. Like, it helps me determine who this woman is who would wear this stuff that I'm drawing, you know? I think it helps a lot of designers. I don't think it's simply just for everyday people. I'm pretty sure a lot of high-end designers, I'm pretty sure a lot of American designers use Pinterest when it comes to looking at celebrity pictures, and they probably pin like street shots from celebrities. What are they wearing when they're leaving the airport, when they're going into restaurants, when they're out at a nightclub opening, you know, because that's when their clothes is going to be seen. And, you know, that'll help them pinpoint the celebrity look. And then in turn, they're going to go and look at what are people shopping, you know, they're gonna look at fast fashion, they're gonna look at, you know, up and coming, smaller brands, and then they're probably gonna pin other stuff that just personally inspires them. So maybe like graffiti art, maybe architecture, or maybe, I don't know, a Jane Austen book. Like, totally random stuff could be your inspiration. You could just create your own like little world pretty much on your page. And it's fun because people also can comment on your pins, on the pictures. So sometimes you get feedback from people. A lot of people can like your pin as well, kind of like Facebook. They can also repin it. So that means that they're grabbing the picture and putting it on one of their boards, which is pretty awesome. A lot of times the pins are just stuff that's already online, but you can also add your own pins. So what I've done in the past, I've uploaded pictures of my sketches, of actual clothes that I've made, projects that I've done. I've uploaded pictures of that, and I've actually had people like, comment, and repin. So it's kind of fun because the picture gets passed around, and even though, I mean, it's not like getting my name out there, it's still really fun because Pinterest does have a really cool community of artistic, creative people. I'm talking a lot more about fashion, but Pinterest is definitely for anybody. If you love cooking, if you love baking, if you love reading, writing, if you love photography, whatever it is that you love, you can go on Pinterest, and there's probably, you know, millions of pictures out there and thousands of people that share your interest or something similar. Like I said, Pinterest is so much fun. I have Pinterest boards for like the most random stuff, and I have a Jack White, I have a Lana Del Rey board just because I like looking at these people. It sounds kind of weird, I know. I have a board dedicated to just like quotes. As cheesy as that sounds, I'll go to my quotes board if I'm feeling all sad and depressed because I don't have a cat and I'm drinking coffee at my house by myself. I'll go to my quotes board and I'll kind of read through it and maybe get a little more sad. But then I'll go to my Oh Giggles board, which is all this funny stuff, and then I'll see people falling on treadmills, and it just made my day. Pinterest does have secret boards, so you can create secret boards that no one else can see. I have secret boards. I'll just let you know now a few of my boards. So one of them that I had a while ago, but I deleted it because I thought it was stupid. I had a Jared Leto secret board, and I would just pin pictures of Jared Leto because I wanted to marry him and his hair. Then I deleted it just because it was weird, I guess. I also have boards that are dedicated to different business ideas that I have. So for example, I have one business idea. I want to open a boutique in somewhere in California. I'm not gonna be specific now. And I have a certain aesthetic that I want to go for, a certain type of business that I want to go for. It's not fully clothing, it's a little bit more than that. But there's certain things that kind of like strike me, and I'm like, ooh, that would be so cool. I don't want anyone to steal this idea, so I'll pin it to my secret board, and I just keep adding to it, and hopefully eventually I'll have the ability to go back to this board and look at it all and be able to build a better business plan. Like I said, Pinterest is just awesome. I don't know how I lived life before it. It's the main way my sister and I communicate now. We just send each other pins about mainly cats. But it's a super cool way to organize yourself. It's a cool way to try and be creative. That's all for this week's edition of my vlog. Thanks for watching, guys. I loved this topic because I love Pinterest, and I'm really glad that you guys are watching my vlogs, voting, and I'm glad that you guys are having fun, I guess learning about what I'm talking about. Like I mentioned before in some of my Facebook posts, people all over the world are kind of reading my blog and watching my videos, which is crazy. Again, I'm really appreciative of everyone who's watching out there, everyone who's commenting and making great suggestions. Like, don't be shy. If you don't want to comment on my video or on my blog or Facebook, message me. Totally just message me in private. If you have questions too, just message me. I'm so open to questions, comments, suggestions, whether you're mean, whether you're nice. I don't really care. Feedback is always just really cool. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.